Diego Maradona once described Francesco Totti as the greatest player he had ever seen. History hasn't been so kind to the attacking midfielder, perhaps because he spent his entire career with his beloved Roma and never won the same number of domestic honours as many of his more feted contemporaries. Still, he did retire with a World Cup winners' medal in his collection, and he continues to be revered as a Roma legend. Totti identified with Roma like no other player before or since. He regarded it as an honour to have been born in the city and to be Roman, while being captain of the side was a privilege he never took for granted. He had his chances to move elsewhere. In 2001, Real Madrid wanted to buy him, but he turned them down, reportedly saying they taught us in school that family is the most important thing. Did you ever hear of someone leaving his poor parents to live with rich strangers? Years later, he reflected that if he saw what some of the Madrid players had gone on to achieve, then some people might think his decision was crazy, but he never regretted it. Former Roma coach Luciano Spalletti summed it up when he said it would have been easier for Roma to move the Colosseum rather than sign Totti. Totti played at all age groups for Italy, finally making his debut for the senior side in a European Championship qualifier against Switzerland in 1998. 2 years later, he was named in the team of the tournament as Italy reached the finals of the Euros, only to lose out to a golden goal by France.
Trezeguet is waiting in the centre. Trezeguet! Have won the European Championship!
He was heavily criticised, wrongly as it turned out, for his sending off as Italy crashed out of the 2002 World Cup. But there was no excusing his behaviour at the Euros in 2004. Widely expected to be Italy's star player, instead he was banned for spitting at Danish midfielder Christian Poulsen. Redemption on the international stage finally came in 2006, when, after a number of injury setbacks, he recovered to be part of the squad that went on to lift the World Cup in Germany.
A night that has exorcised demons and brought the ultimate prize. No mistake.
His contribution was recognised when he was again chosen in the team of the tournament.
Scrambled home thanks to Francesco Totti's brilliantly struck penalty kick.
He didn't play for his country again, eventually retiring from international football in 2007 in order to focus on his club career. Only 56 caps and 9 goals is a disappointing record given his undoubted talent. One area in which Totti excelled was in goal celebrations, which became famous throughout Italy. When he scored against Lazio in the Derby della Capitale in 1999, he lifted up his shirt to reveal a t-shirt with the slogan "Vi ho purgato ancora," "I've purged you guys again," in reference to the previous fixture between the two teams in which he'd helped his side come back to draw. He also celebrated his relationship with his wife with slogans on shirts, and then when she was pregnant, imitated childbirth by laying on his back with the ball tucked under his shirt. Over the years, Totti was given a variety of nicknames by the Italian media, including the Golden Boy, the 8th King of Rome, the Gladiator, and less flatteringly, the Big Baby. He's still widely regarded as one of Italy's greatest ever players, even by Lazio fans. Although, as mentioned previously, one area where Totti did let himself down on occasions was through a lack of discipline. He had a tendency to commit bad fouls out of frustration and receive unnecessary bookings, whilst his record of 11 red cards is the joint 6th worst in Serie A history.
Again by Totti. And he's off. And it was only a matter of time. Should have been.
His elbow towards former teammate Philippe Mexes away to Milan in 2013 is just one example of when his lack of self-control really cost his side. Ironically, one dismissal for which he was heavily criticised, the second yellow card he was given for diving for Italy against South Korea in the 2002 World Cup,
Hasn't pointed to the spot. He's going to book Totti for, in his opinion, acting. Would seem to me to be pretty harsh.
was later shown by TV replays to be a refereeing error, and he had merely tripped over his own feet. But that whole game alone is a story for a different day. His preferred position was as a classic number 10, operating either as an attacking midfielder or a deep-lying striker. He was very versatile and could play anywhere along the front line and was often deployed as a false 9. He was renowned for his ball control, vision and creativity, and was the master of the no-look pass and the chip shot.
Attento Tommaso in questa circostanza. Emerson si era fatto soffiare il pallone da Doni, però è intervenuto molto bene Tommaso.
Many pundits praised him for his long-range passing ability, whilst he used his balance, dribbling skills and surprising acceleration to get away from opponents. However, he was no luxury player. Totti was known for his work rate and doing his share of defensive work.
A riaprire verso Francesco Totti! Che grande gol! Splendido gol di Francesco Totti che firma la doppietta!
His ability can be measured by the fact he was named Serie A Player of the Year 5 times. He was also the top assist provider in the Italian league twice and won Serie A Goal of the Competition twice. How good was he though? Although Maradona may have been exaggerating in his quote, there can be no doubting that Totti was one of the best forwards that Italy has produced in the last 25 years. And was even slightly ahead of his time in helping to define positions like the false 9. What might have hurt his reputation outside of Italy is that his loyalty to Roma means that he remained a one-club man throughout his career, and his sole Scudetto, which he helped clinch with a goal on the last matchday against Parma, and 2 Coppa Italia crowns in 25 seasons, were a poor return for his efforts. Had he played for a team that featured in the Champions League regularly, for example, then his profile and subsequent appreciation would surely have been higher. And despite being part of that World Cup winning squad in 2006,
A night that has exorcised demons and brought the ultimate prize.
there's also a sense that he was never at his best in international football. Not that he particularly cares, happy as he is with his status as a Roma legend. For some people, there's no place like home. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new uploads. We'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.